Hello everyone and welcome. I'm VelvettB and thanks for joining me today on this speed build. This is the little beauty that we are building today. It's a little 2-bedroom. Well, maybe it's not so little, but it's a decent sized 2-bedroom Tudor style home. So I am building this on the Cottage MC lot in Windenburg. And you know what? I don't really build enough in Windenburg, and it is a gorgeous world. And this is a gorgeous lot. I need to be, I think, a little bit better at exploring the worlds and finding some really nice lots to build on, because I find that I always seem to build on the same lots. And yeah, it's nothing wrong with spreading your wings. So I did have an inspiration for this build. I did forget to save the inspiration for this build. As is my little velvety ways, I'm very bad at remembering to save my inspirations. Like, I find them and I build them and then I click out of them and then they're gone. Because the chances of me finding it again on Pinterest are pretty slim, because, you know, not always the same things come up. Anyway, this is a little Tudor style build. Now, the inspiration was actually a completely different color. So the inspiration that I was sort of, following or looking at was green. And I did actually try building it in green and I hated it. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to bulldoze and start again. And this is the result of that, is that I built the same sort of shape with some, you know, little tweaks along the way, and then just sort of did my own thing as far as the coloring of it goes. So this is what I did. This is actually also, by the way, a limited pack build, I believe. Yes, it is, because I did the outside and then I only used a few packs on the outside, so then I decided to just do the inside limited pack because, hey, makes it nice and accessible for everyone on the gallery. So the packs that I ended up using, if I can remember, base game, Get Together, obviously, because using all the Tudor style stuff, and that came with the Get Together pack. And I didn't use Seasons, actually. What did I use? It was definitely Growing Together, and I think for Rent it was Outdoor Retreat, because I used one game pack and the rest are all just a few EPs. So Get Together, base game, For Rent, Growing Together, Outdoor Retreat, Discover University, and I think that's about it. There might be a couple more packs, but yeah, that's roughly it. So it's a pretty limited pack build. I mean, I think that does make it more accessible for people, but it actually makes it a little bit more interesting when I'm building it as well, because it does actually limit your options as such. So, you know, you've got less to choose from, which kind of in some ways does make it easier to build, because you've got less to sort of scroll through and choose from. But on the other hand, there is stuff that I would normally like to include in a build and I can't, you know, like stuff from the kits and bits and pieces. Eco lifestyle was in there as well, because I wanted to put a garden in. So I chose eco lifestyle and cottage living. Okay, so those are the packs, I'm pretty certain. So Cottage Living, Eco Lifestyle, Growing Together, Get Together, Base Game, and Outdoor Retreat. And I've probably forgotten something else again. Island Living, maybe? No, I didn't use Island Living. That's not true. I'll stop waffling about that. So let's talk about the build. So the Get Together pack has some really nice Tudor style stuff. So obviously I went heavy on that. Cats and dogs, I use that. I'm just seeing all the packs that I'm using and I'm just like, use that. So a few EPs and Outdoor Retreat basically was what I used. And so I kind of pictured this as having like a little bit of a garden area. So that's what I sort of built around the corner. And then you've got your swing set under the tree, which I thought was super cute. Then I'm just creating like a corner bench for the outside. I'm just using the bench from Cottage Living for that. So I thought that was kind of sweet. The bistro table that I'd chosen initially, I kind of thought didn't really suit the vibes of the house. It was kind of like more wood and stone. and the bistro was more metal. So I thought, right, yank that and do the cats and dogs table there as well. So we are headed into the interior of the build. So I'm just working out the floor plan. So this ends up being a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. The living room is separate, and then the dining area down the bottom is combined with the kitchen. So it is a medium height wall on the bottom floor, and then a small height wall on the top floor. So just mix that up a little bit, not medium height on both walls. I used the cats and dogs wallpaper. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's cats and dogs wallpaper on the wall in the grey. I did mix it up a little bit in a couple of areas, and I think I just used base game in the bathrooms for the tiles and stuff. I'm pretty certain. So I'm using the cottage living kitchen combined. Yes, cottage living kitchen. So I'm using the blue with the fridge and the oven, and then using the dark brown counters around the place. And I thought that looked really nice, just using like lots of little pieces of clutter. I did think about what to do with that front entranceway, because I didn't want to just have them walking straight into the kitchen. So I decided that I would do like a little half wall running along there. So you can see that going in there now. And then that gave me a little bit of space where I could put some more counters in there. So it meant that I could add like a little bit more clutter. And then they had a little bit more counter space for preparing or doing their meal prep. So I did the little pressure cooker that you got with for rent, because I had the for rent pack there. So I thought, oh, you know what? Let's put the pressure cooker in there as well. Be super cute. And with the half wall, it meant that I could put in a little entrance kind of area, you know, going in there. So I just put the dining in beside the kitchen, which I thought was really cute, and did another of the corner couches there, just in the corner of the room, with a little end table going in there. It was actually kind of dark in there. I'm using the cottage living lights, so I thought I would put in a little bit more extra lighting, using cottage living again, just to match sort of the lighting scenarios around the place, and yeah, just lighten the room up a little bit. I'm using the for rent cabinets underneath the TV. Not for any particular reason, just that I like the look of them, and they kind of like suited the room in the grey. Now I did put a chimney on the outside of this build, so I was conscious that I needed to put a fireplace in. I just have one of those things in my head where if I put a chimney on the roof, I have to put a fireplace in the build. So yeah, that's just me. I'm just mucking around, just trying to see if I can put anything on that fireplace, and then I decided to use those cute little owls, which I absolutely love. I kept on flip-flopping on if I wanted to have the stone running all along that wall, but I decided that I did want to have that. It just looked quite nice having that contrast with the stone against the panel wallpaper on the wall. I thought that was quite cool. And I'm using the gorgeous cats and dogs chair sets. I actually really like these. The high-backed sofa is a little strange, but I ended up I did use it. But I thought the lower, I always struggle with this couch, to be honest, from cats and dogs, just because of the cushions. I don't particularly love them, but they did kind of suit this build, because this is a little bit more of a traditional build, and yeah, I did feel like it did suit the room and the style of the build, so I went with it. And I was like, you know, the blue palette is actually quite nice in that couch. And then I'm just doing around the corner just a little console table just to fill that space, basically. This is the downstairs bathroom, so this is kind of the guest bathroom. Kept it pretty simple, so it's just going to have a bath and sink, toilet, mirror, etc. So nothing too complicated in there, just kept it nice and simple because it is a guest bathroom. Although, I mean, if there's a guest coming over and having a bath, I'm going to have questions, as you do, but yeah, keep it simple. And it's probably going to be the same sort of thing in the other bathrooms as well. I did use the little cute curtain from Growing Together, so the little, you know, it's a little half curtain. I used that on the walls in the blue. I did actually bring in a bit of green into the build because most of the contrast color, so I'm sort of using browns because that's sort of the primary color on the exterior of the build, and I wanted to bring that to the interior as well. But I am mixing it up with a little, you know, the little touches of blue, so that's sort of my contrast color. But one of the bedrooms I decided to change into a green, sort of more of a green palette, sort of like a tealy green. So it kind of has that blue base to it, but it is sort of moving it slightly more to green. So you see the green coming through in the bathrooms. Then I realized I want to do one of the bedrooms blue, one of the bedrooms green. So I switched one of the bathrooms back to blue. The smaller bathroom of the two will go back to blue, and then the larger bathroom will stay green. So I'll evolve that. So I did change the wallpaper in this bedroom here. So this is the bedroom that's going to be the green bedroom. I did like some really cool little decorations up above the bed. It can sometimes be a bit difficult to think about things that you can do above the bed, like a mirror with a shelf and some little bits of clutter on there is usually quite good. A picture behind there, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's hard to get like a little bit creative for things to put behind the bed, but it can look quite blank if you don't put stuff there as well. So yeah, I did want to do something in behind there. There's a little home office there in the bedroom as well. So just one of those creative shared kind of spaces, you know, how you use your bedroom not just for a bedroom. Sometimes it can be, you know, a bit more of a well-utilized multiple purpose space. So I did another little shelf in behind here with the books. So I thought that was like, you know, quite a creative little space in behind the bed there, which I really liked. So this is the second of the two bedrooms, so the last bedroom in the house and the last room to build. And this one I wanted to do or create it as a little bit more masculine. So I went with a darker blue. I've used like a lot of the lighter blues throughout the rest of the build, but in this room I decided, you know what, let's go a little bit darker and bring in sort of the masculine vibes to this room. So I've used a really the black wood basically with that, with the dresser and the mirror and the end tables, and combine that with the navy curtains, and then used like a nice light rug underneath, just so the room doesn't get too dark. And then the last part of the build is I need a rug under the under the bed. I don't know what happened to that rug under the bed. I think I accidentally deleted the one that I had under there and then just ended up changing it. So the little living space upstairs as well, little personal living space, just did like a little table and a chess table up there. So there should be like some really good functional items in here for skill building for Sims as well. So I think it's going to be a good home, I think, to move into. I didn't originally intend for this to be under 40k, but add 100,000 to that and you're about in the right ballpark for the budget. Oops, blew the budget there. Silly Velvet. Anyway, let's take a tour of what we did. So this is the exterior here. I did like quite a bit of work on the ivy on the wall on the exterior, and I really like how the sort of the lattice work on the outside looks against the wood and the stone as well. So I was really happy with how that came out, and I really like the stone wall going around the backyard too. I think that looks really nice with the house. And you know, look, it's not a big lot, so there isn't heaps of room as far as the backyard goes, but there's actually quite a bit to do out there, which I think is quite nice. So you've got your swing and your barbecue and your garden area and bits and pieces as well. I really love how the kitchen came out. I think the chocolate and the blue just looks so nice together, and it does look lived in as well with the little pieces of clutter and bits and pieces as well. So I really like that. And you've got your nice cozy fireplace for winter, which I'm really into at the moment because it's cold and wintry here in New Zealand. So yeah, just making me feel warm through visual stimulus, I guess. And big TV, like lots of books around the place. And that is the downstairs bathroom for the guests. So they've got, actually, you know what, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's got the fake laundry basket because I didn't have the laundry pack in this build, so I didn't put an actual laundry in, but you've got your fake laundry basket there, so you can pretend. And into the green bedroom. So I might change that rug again. And like at the time I thought it looked good, but in hindsight, I think I will change it. And then that's the ensuite bathroom for the green bedroom. So this is the biggest of the bathrooms, and then we're going to go and look at the next bathroom, which is the blue ensuite for the blue bedroom, and it's just like a little square. So it's a little cutie pie, but it's got all the bits and clutter. And then into the masculine bathroom over there. I mean, masculine bedroom. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have fun watching the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.